YouTube? It is once again your favorite gamer here, Above Average Cody, coming at you with a highly requested Halo Infinite tips and tricks video. Today, it's the video I am coining the art of grenade throwing here in Halo. Because we all want to throw those perfect grenades, we all die to those perfect grenades, but I find not a lot of people really know how to go about the whole grenade system here on Halo Infinite. Obviously, it's very straightforward to throw a grenade, but there's a lot to it actually. It really is an art, and it can help you get a lot of kills here on the game. So let's jump right into it, guys. First off, I want to talk about how you should be thinking about these grenades. Obviously, you can throw them quite far, you can jump and throw them even higher, and they're very useful. But there is much more to it than that. These grenades bounce compared to what I would say is like an old tennis ball type bounce. Obviously, if you're looking this way, it'll bounce to the left. If you're looking this way, it'll bounce to the right. It generally takes a single bounce and then blows up. But sometimes, depending on where you throw them, you can ricochet them off multiple walls into where you want them to go. And off that, guys, a lot of the maps are actually designed such that the grenades can go off the walls into tricky areas that you can have them blow up there rather than just throwing them there and hoping that they hit their target. Like, if you have somebody standing here, you're not going to want to throw the grenade right at them. You're going to want to ricochet it off the wall such that it moves down into the area. And again, you see these angled walls literally everywhere, and you have to practice and try to use them such that it gets the grenades to where they're going. The best example of this, guys, is my favorite grenade throw up here. If you have somebody tower, you're coming over from nest here, you can literally use this wall to ricochet the grenades up. Then you run up yourself, try to die to your own grenades, and then kill whoever is up here. And like I said, guys, a lot of the maps really do have placements where grenades just make sense to be thrown. So just be looking for those curved walls, those little nice ledges that you can bounce down, and everything of the sort. And obviously, guys, you see me practicing grenade throwing nonstop. We're in training mode. It's where I do all of these how-to videos. Fantastic place to practice everything. Put the ammo on infinite. Put whatever grenade on you want to practice with, guys, and really just practice throwing them. Now, into my next tip regarding enemies. We got this lovely little bot just standing here, not running around, not doing anything. And I want to tell you guys how you should be throwing the grenades at enemies. All walls and jump ups aside, you do not want to throw them directly at your enemy, because when you do, you risk completely missing and the grenade just going past them, bouncing off them, and really not doing all that much damage. And now, that's what you normally do in Call of Duty, the majority of first-person shooters. However, as mentioned, Halo grenade throwing is an art, guys. You don't want to be doing this. You do not. What you want to do is, if you're mid-fight, you want to bounce the grenade so that it blows up, and see how much damage that did? That literally cracked his shields so that he is a single shot to the head, and then that's it, guys. You win the gunfight. And that brings me to when you want to throw your grenades. There are really 3 different options here, and every fight generally calls for something different depending on what grenade you have, how many grenades you have, what's going on with your team, what's going on with the enemy team. And that is, you can either throw your grenades either A, at the beginning of the fight, B, during the fight, or C, as you are exiting the fight, which could mean a couple different things, but we're going to get into each one. Now, as you're entering a fight, guys, say I'm coming around the corner here, I'm going to skip oh man, I did not expect him to move up. I guess he wants to be in sight. But anyways, say he just turned the corner, I'm going to throw a grenade, then I'm going to start shooting, and then that'll generally earn you a nade shot, or in the very least, a very, very quick kill. And those are basically called entry grenades. Now, they don't have to be into a 1v1 gunfight like that. It could be you're pushing a point or something, and before you even see somebody, you're going to throw your grenades in anticipation to either maybe, I don't know, hit somebody with the oddball back there, hit people trying to capture the point here on A. Any of the sort, guys, those are entry grenades because you are throwing them before you or your team enters the fight. Next up is going to be during a fight. Maybe you're trying to jiggle peek somebody here. He's chasing you around. I like to throw him like this around the edges and then try to finish the fight with the BR. And you guys have seen me do that a million times on stream. I like to jiggle peek and then I'll skip them off or try to huck them around the cover, because it is one more thing the person has to worry about. They can either A, take the grenade right on the chin, or they can B, try to move into a different area to avoid the grenade, but that'll usually free them up so you can hit them with a ton of BR bullets. But guys, this next one, very easy, very straightforward, throwing it at the end of a fight, and that is either as you are running away or as you are in fact dying. Obviously, as you're running away, guys, throw the grenade, get out of there. That one I really don't have to get too much into. But the death grenades, perhaps somebody is running up to melee you. He beat me to it. This bot knows exactly what I'm about to say. Whether it's as they're about to melee you, you're in maybe, I don't know, you got caught in a mixy situation. There's like 4 people around you guys. Look at the ground, throw some grenades, and just end it. And you can usually get a from the grave kill or something like that. Those I like to call exit grenades because you're throwing them as you leave, whether it's as you run away or as you die. Either of the sort, guys. They are very useful to finish a fight, especially if you are going to lose the fight, because you could turn a potential loss into a potential trade or even a win, because if you get the kill and you run away, obviously you won that fight. Alrighty, guys, now that we have covered how you want to throw grenades, how to use the map to throw grenades, when you want to throw grenades, how much damage they do in enemies and fights, all that stuff, I want to briefly cover the different types of grenades. I'm going to do another video on this, but if this is the art of throwing grenades, I need to at least briefly mention how these grenades are going to look, how they're going to fly. So obviously, the regular M9 frag grenade, very useful, very bouncy, very tricky to throw if you don't know how to do it. That was a nice one right there. He's trying to back up and get away. However, in training mode, you can quickly switch throughout all the grenades. Next on the list, we have plasma grenades, which are your classic sticky grenades, guys. They stick to things, or they take a single bounce off of a wall, such that they then blow up. They do not fly quite as far as M9s, at least I don't feel like they do, but you could still throw them quite far. However, they do not bounce quite like M9 frags. They take one small hop, and then they generally stay where they landed. Again, you can still ricochet them, but the bouncing will not be quite as crazy. But very useful. And then, of course, they stick to the enemy. Ah, yes, excuse the jump cut while I run to find my prey. And there you go. It sticks, and then you will get a stick medal because you throw a sticky grenade to stick it to them. But yeah, guys, that basically covers plasma grenades. Again, plasmas, stickies, whatever you want to call them. Single hop, stick to the enemy. Very cool, very nice. And they do a ton of damage if you can get them close to the enemy. And there we go. Next on the list, guys, we have the dynamo grenade. I believe a lot of the announcers in the HCS call them the sizzle sticks. You can throw these bad boys very, very far. And let me tell you, they hurt a lot. These are fantastic entry grenades because if somebody is getting fried by these things, they run away. They instantly run away because the electricity grabs them from a certain distance, so they have to get far enough away from the grenade. And the real kicker is they move slower while the grenade is hitting them. And look at that, cracked his shields just from him sitting on top of it. And again, they fly very far and they bounce very nice, guys. So you can get them in all kinds of tricky situations. They'll grab onto the enemy and they do a lot of damage. Very great grenade to use if somebody's hiding. They obviously don't spawn on live fire here, but for example, say somebody's hiding up on nest, throw your 2 dynamos up there, guys. They are forced to either die up there from the dynamos or run out into the open where you can pop them with the battle rifle. And finally, guys, we are on to the spike grenades, the brute grenades, whatever you prefer to call them. They truly stick to everything. Everything, guys. No bouncing here. They fly very true. They fly very straight. They will stick wherever you want them to. Even an enemy, if you can hit them. I figured he was going to die to that. But that is not the only trick to these guys. Whoa. Aside from them sticking to the enemy, they also, when they explode, they throw a bunch of little spikes or needles around. You can't really see it too much. You should see it right here. You see how little lines go up against the walls. They protrude out of the grenade. They bounce off the walls. They go every which way. And let's see if... There you go. You just saw them come out, up, off the wall, and then that way. These are very, very crazy. Let's show you the stick here real quick. These are very... The poor bot, dude. The best place to use these is in like an enclosed space here. You don't even have to try to stick the guy here. You can just throw it, and the little needles will bounce off all the walls and hit them. These are really good exit grenades, in my opinion, because not only do they go exactly where you want them to, so you don't have to like look down and try to bounce it for a death grenade. You can just throw it truly in the general vicinity. and have it stick. This is really the only grenade you don't have to worry about a bounce, obviously. So this one is very cool because obviously you're aiming, you're lined up, and you can just throw it without having to really adjust your angle a little bit. And guys, that covers pretty much every grenade. I think I covered just about everything in the art of throwing grenades video that you need to start practicing your grenade throws. Again, we're going to be doing a lot more videos, especially on probably ranking each grenade and talking about the best situation, what maps they spawn on, things like that. And then one last tip I want to give you guys is something that I do with my settings, something I know a lot of pros do with their settings, and that is run your controller sensitivity a half of a tick or maybe even 1 tick higher on the vertical sensitivity as opposed to the horizontal sensitivity. That makes it so that you can look up and down ever so slightly faster, so that if you are in fact bouncing the grenades, you can in fact look down very quickly, throw the grenade, snap back up, and then try to hit your target. So you're not only snapping down faster to huck the grenade, but you're also looking up faster to hit the enemy, hopefully hit the enemy with your bullet, guys. And that's really the last tip I got for you. I really hope this video helps you out, guys. Let me know if there's anything I missed, anything you guys would like to add. Please put it down below in a comment. I'll give it a heart and it'll jump to the top and everybody else can read it. But yes, we will have plenty more videos coming, grenades, more tips and tricks, all kinds of good stuff here, guys. So please subscribe to the channel. We're branching off into Call of Duty content a little bit. Ton of fun on the live streams, all kinds of good stuff. Leave a like on the video so more people can find it. And of course, we have channel memberships, guys, if you're interested in supporting monetarily. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all very much. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.